Damn it, YouTube. You suck. Alright, well, I guess we're going live in virtual fashion today. It's time to go to the scrapyard. I gotta hitch this thing up. I gotta start work at 8 o'clock in the morning, so gotta get this done early. So I'm gonna clip you guys onto my shirt. Sorry, I can't read the live stream, the live chat while I've got this clip, but let's get this thing hooked up. Let's hurry up and get it dumped, and then we'll get back. Yeah, the joys of driving a tow truck. I got a big old long beard, so let's try to make sure that doesn't get in the way of the camera. Auto start off. If you guys have auto start, turn that shit off. It's a pain in the butt. You have to turn it off every time, but yes, remember to turn that off because it'll kill your starter. I just told a lady this morning her battery was shot. Auto start kicked in at a traffic light. And, well, it was a Subaru, so like most Subarus, they die. Actually, that's not Subaru specific. That's pretty much any vehicle. The joys of a backup camera, if I can just use it correctly. Oh, we're off, but we're there. Hard to see at darkness in the morning. Yeah, we're close enough. It'll hitch. There it goes. I'm hoping I'm not too front heavy on this thing. I guess we're about to find out. Back into the truck. I mean, she's gonna take some of the weight. All right, we're doing good. Tire check real quick. Make sure I don't got any flats. Those both look good. I always check them before I go because notorious for picking up nails and other crap at the scrapyard. Yeah, that seemed to be okay. I mean, they seem to be hard enough, so I'll give them that much. All right. Panel hit setup. I do this for one reason. It's harder for people to tow this thing because most people don't have a panel set up. Means that less likely my shit's gonna disappear. All right, we gotta get all our connections made, safety chains. I usually just use the hooks on the rear of the bumper, and then I've got these little chain holders. Since I'm on this side, I'm gonna hook up my battery line. I do this because it actually works better for the trailer. Yeah, it's got more power. Oh wait, my warning light and auxiliary light line. Do not forget that. Wire nuts. Oh, those will go. Scrap. All right, battery cable. That was oh, yeah. We got power. Okay. I don't know if I should hook that up first or maybe wait till last next time. She sparkied. Yes, she did. All right, so let's do this one real quick, just so that one's not in the way. It's a safety breakaway cable. That's why I installed these hooks. I prefer nothing to be there to mess with the safety brake. I'm gonna run this one down just because I don't want anything to get in the way of the safety brake. God forbid it ever has to be used, but yeah. Picking up our auxiliary lights. I don't know if my oh, yep, there they go. The work lights are active. Okay, one more safety chain. I know somebody will comment, yeah, you're supposed to cross them. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't really matter that much. If the damn thing's gonna go, it's gonna go. should be tighter on the bumper side and looser on the spin side. Go one less. Alright, we need to get rid of our jack leg. Usually got a bunch of things to do to set this up. I'm not sure what you guys are seeing. It's probably horrible. Phones do so great, but then they don't. I'm gonna have to go in the settings and mess with the live stream crap, because I'm not the biggest fan of vertical. You guys are probably staring right at the ground as I'm looking down at the phone. Okay. So we've got our light cable. Oh wait, that's a round side. I use a semi-truck plug on this trailer. Another thing that makes it harder for somebody to steal. And hook up the lights. I just went that route because plugs are more useful. Okay, we're hooked. Well, all of a sudden I got no work lights. What's going on here? No, they're off. Something's up with that relay or wire, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's the wire. Okay. I was like, they usually work. I mean, the warning lights work, so that's the part that kind of matters to me. All right, broom head, broom. One side of a raised truck is, now I don't got to worry about the tailgate hitting. I would say it's coffee time, but I don't know where I'm getting coffee right now. All right, got gloves, hard hat, because they require it. Don't need those keys. Where are the other keys? Too many damn sets of keys. All right, there we go. All right, put you guys up here. I guess I can check into... Can I check into the comments now? Can I see comments? No. What the hell? Potentially inappropriate messages are hidden. Well, no shit. Start a poll call, start a Q&A. I don't have to start nothing. Well, somebody commented and they got themselves auto-blocked. Congratulations. You know, YouTube's filters are really great. Because when you comment out of left field and say something inappropriate, YouTube's actually really getting on that. Pretty sure I should raise that jack leg though. Yeah. Alright. Well, we got to drive there. It's about a good 13 miles away. 11 or 13? I always forget. Sorry, it's not showing me It's not really showing me any chat, so yeah, I don't know. Let me try to get the phone a little higher. Sorry guys about the vertical. I'm not the biggest fan of that. But that's how YouTube decided they wanted to do it. Y'all can't see it, but my truck's a little on the squatty side. Like a squatty potty. Alright. So, do we want to take bets to see how many times I get cut off and flipped off before I get there? Gotta love people. I'm gonna kill my fog lights because my headlights are kind of aimed a little high right now since the ass of my truck is, you know, kind of slammed to the ground. I'm gonna take Magnolia because I don't like taking Beach to get on. Not when I've got to ramp up speed. Beach Boulevard kind of sucks because it's the interchange. You've got to haul ass to get up and down that to get into the interchange. So seatbelts on. Put this thing in tow mode. Does better. I mean, gas mileage sucks. You know, doesn't matter what you're towing, you can count on this truck to get 10 miles a gallon when you're in tow. It's 2.7 engine, does pretty good for fuel economy. Just not. I mean, but then again, what gets good fuel economy when you're towing, anyways? I guess the reality of it. Now, usually I tarp, but I got a lot of large stuff on top strapped down, so I don't think I need the tarp today. I do have the warning on the back of the trailer to stay back. Like anybody really pays attention to that shit. It's the ass crack of dawn. It's about 5:30. About 5:30. I gotta remember to reset my radio. It says 6:30. Daylight shavings time. Oh, maybe we'll see some drunk idiot crashed out on the side somewhere. Never know. Or a gnarly crash or something. Hopefully not, because I want to get to this place quick, get in and get out. And once this trailer's empty, I've got like 3 or 4 refrigerators to throw in there. I hate appliances. Appliances don't make a lot of money. They take a lot of space and they don't weigh a lot, and then there's a lot of fluff to them, so they knock you down on that too. You know, because like refrigerators, they're steel, but, well, cheap metal really, but there's a lot of plastic and then insufoam too. That so they knock the price down on that because of that. Yeah, they don't pay great for appliances. I mean, I see guys all the time taking truckloads of appliances, but I mean, what are you making? 30, 40 bucks a hit every time you go in there with a truckload, and we're talking like a bunch of water heaters and 10 fridges and whatever other crap they can stack on as high as they can until it flies. You know, I don't see a lot of money in that if you're going to be doing that. I mean, I get it. It's money. Money is money, but yeah, it's not great money. Gotta watch how she's gonna ride. Every time I pull a trailer, I usually give it a little bit until I start flooring it. I'm gonna turn my brake pressure up. So a little something for you guys if you've got an F-150, I don't know, circa, well, I guess anything newer than like, what, 2008, 2010, something around there. The aftermarket brake controllers, I never like them. They are not as responsive as I want them to be for the brakes on the trailer. I tried it for a second on this truck. This is a 2018 F-150. I did not like it at all. So I went to the dealer and I bought the OEM brake controller that goes into the dash. I think it was like 150 bucks. And then if you've got anybody with an Autel or some kind of, you know, scan tool that does bi-directional, you can even probably get one on Amazon, but I mean, if not, you can go to any mechanic and they probably charge you 200 bucks or something like that to program it. But luckily for me, you know, the place I work for has one, so it's a simple plug and play kind of deal. You just have to initialize programming and it picks it up, programs it in, and you're good to go. So I did the factory or the OEM brake controller in this, and hands down, it's been the best brake controller to use. It's a lot more responsive, and it works very well in conjunction with the truck and the normal braking and stuff like that. Because with the aftermarket one, I found that there was a lot of lag in between when I hit the brakes and when the trailer would actually start braking. And so that I didn't like. Plus, I didn't like having this extra box, you know, velcroed or whatever. I didn't drill the holes for it, but, you know, stuck to the side of my dash down there, and it's kind of off. I mean, they got a spot for the brake controller. It's an option. I guess you have to buy it. I bought the base package. I was looking for a cheap truck, more for transportation point A to point B than I was anything with luxury or any of that stuff. I could care less about all that crap. In fact, the less bells and whistles sometimes, the better. Less things to break and go wrong. Oh, tweaker. Tweaker on a bike. Welcome to Anaheim. Anacrime. Let's see how many people are driving around without their headlights on too. That'll be another one. It's alright, the chat for some reason, live chat, if you guys are sending messages, is not really working. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, sorry. So, yeah, I haven't the slightest idea what's going on with the chat. Okay, chat filter, type messages, all messages. That's the only thing I don't like about this. Okay, so chat will pop up as messages are typed. So if any of you guys are just tuning in, today is the end of the year. Well, the end of the year scrap run, as I'm going to call it. I am heading to the scrapyard to dump a trailer load of scrap metal, obviously for money. Not doing it for free. Prices are, I don't know, last time I was there a couple months ago, were in the tank. Hopefully with the new administration, they will start to come back up. They were doing good under his previous administration. And, you know, current administration, they kind of went down, but, you know, it's always like that. Prices always fluctuate. Somebody told me years ago that the best time to scrap is during time of war. When we're not at war, save it. Save it, stockpile it, whatever. And when we're at war is the best time to sell, because at that time they need all the metal. And it makes sense, you know. Need metal to build armored vehicles and tanks and artillery and all that other fun stuff. Yeah, we're getting to the freeway. It'll be pretty quick once I get on the freeway. I just have to go slow at first to see how this thing's gonna handle. Because if I'm loaded, if the trailer's not loaded right on the axles, which half the time it never is anyways, it's gonna change my ride characteristics and fishtailing and all that fun stuff. So let's hope that doesn't happen. So that's why I usually take it easy at first until, you know, I get a feel for how the trailer's handling. Ideally, you want all the weight in the trailer on top of the axles, but with scrap metal, that never happens. I've had loads that were front heavy, I've had loads that were butt heavy. Unless I empty it and reload it, yeah. But then again, this is not a full load like I usually take. This is just an end of the year to close out the year kind of deal. Next week's Christmas. I'm not going to try to... Oh, here we go. First guy to cut me off. I mean, not really, but... There's a lot of people that don't like to wait, don't like to get in the conga line. They want to cut off at the last minute to take the freeway ramp. Especially here. Crime! Amazon. There's a lot of those damn trucks out there now. I mean, they've amassed a pretty big fleet of semi-trucks. Let's see here. Somebody commented, but I can't really see that right now. Let me see. I shouldn't be doing this. So what country am I in? Well, depending where you're from and how you feel about us, I'm in the U.S. Some people... Oh, there's blinky lights up ahead. God dang it. Come on, dude. Yes. Yep. Somebody... Yeah, well, there's two cars, so I guess somebody crashed. So we're gonna be going around the cop. Somebody crashed or something happened. We got a white Honda. Oh yeah, yeah. Look at the bumper on that car. It's gone. Well, I did say we'd probably see at least one before the day was up, or before we even got there. Oh, good times. I've got to get to work 14 minutes ago. Let me be in a rush. Let me come down this hill flying. Let me slam on my brakes. I see the chat messages, but unfortunately I can't read them right now. So we'll just have to wait. I'll look at them as soon as I get a chance. That's why you're on a mount on the dash of my truck. I got a big phone, but it's not that big. To be able to read this stuff while I'm driving. You know, as I was saying, we're in the U.S. Some countries absolutely hate us. It's okay. There's countries we hate too. I mean, it's just that's a long time rivalry or whatever. I guess I don't know. I probably should back off the Amazon truck a little bit. Pennsylvania tag. That's the thing about interstate commerce. They can kind of be from all over the place. So far, so good. I'm doing about 50. It feels normal. Not feeling any sway. This lane sucks, because every semi-truck uses it to pass everybody, and go, yeah, I don't know, she feels a little wonky. I think I'm going to stick with 50. Oh, the lane, this lane is screwed up. We spent all this money on freeways and road work construction and all this shit, but here's the thing, it doesn't take long for the truck lanes to get jacked off. So we have rules here. We're a hated state for this, and don't get me wrong, I think it's stupid too. Trucks with trailers, trucks towing trailers, blah blah blah. Anytime you've got a hitched combination of vehicles, you can't go faster than 55. We're the only state to do that in, what, 50 states? I don't know, maybe Hawaii. Hawaii's kind of controlling too. But we also have lane rules here, so anything hauling, towing something with a connection. Now, straight bed is stake bed. If you're hauling cargo, but you're on a fixed truck, meaning there's no pivot points, there's no hitch connections, like a stake bed, those rules don't apply to you. They might apply to some people over a certain weight, but for the mass majority of people, it don't apply. So when you're pulling something or towing something, you're required to be in the rightmost lane, and on a highway with 3 or more lanes, the right 2 lanes. So that's why the lane I'm in is so horrible, because trucks typically use this lane, heavy trucks, big trucks, and they beat the crap out of the road surface, so it's very bumpy. If I got into the lane to my left, it would be a lot smoother. The right lane would actually probably be a bit better too, just because more trucks avoid the right lane because of the on-ramps and off-ramps and stuff like that. Yeah, see that? I mean, if you can see the road surface, you can see this has been patched a lot. So that plays in too, and then sometimes there's like a line going down the lane between 2 sections of paving. Call it like a groove line or a rut line, something like that. Yeah, kind of like what I got going on right now. Well, sometimes that line will be really closer to the lane markings, and it'll grab your tires and actually pull you the direction of the line. It happens to me more in the flatbed. Those tires hate those lines, and it will literally pull my steering, pull my front end wherever that line wants to go. So it becomes kind of a battle. So far, not too bad. Traffic's not too crazy right now. This is why I kind of wanted to leave as early as I did. Actually, I was trying to leave at 5, but there was a piece I had that I still needed to cut and throw in, so, and then tie down. We're gonna come up to an interchange here soon. Our exit's after the 57, or my exit's after the 57 interchange. Kramer, Glassell, still Anaheim. But like off to the right's Anaheim, and like to the left of the freeway is like, I want to say Fullerton. Get cookie cutters, but for the most part it's Fullerton. The freeway splits them. Yeah. And then freeway doesn't stay straight, so it eventually like curves and whatnot. We're doing a leisurely 40-45 miles an hour right now. I'm okay with it. A lot of times with these with the trailers, especially unbalanced load, I'm okay with traffic going a little slower. It makes me more comfortable, not as nervous, trying to keep up with traffic, but not go crazy like fishtailing and shit. It's happened to me. Dude, it's too late. Alright. I wasn't gonna slam on my brakes for him. So the on-ramp for State College is right there, so there's a lot of people getting on from State College. This isn't too bad right now. Usually, the lane I'm in, you'll get people waiting until the last minute to take that interchange, and then they'll literally stop in this lane to wait to get in, but there's usually more traffic on the interchange, so it takes more. Okay, so we're getting a lane coming into our right. I'm going to be changing lanes into that lane. And that's going to be the exit lane. I'll just get into it now. We're not going to fight people. And then these people coming up on my right, they're going to have to merge into my lane. Well, they're going to actually have to merge to the left lane, because this lane exits. Welcome to the concrete jungle. I would say look at the view around, but retaining walls kind of kill that, don't they? They're necessary evil. They keep cars from flying off the freeway, but they also cut the noise down to neighborhoods that are backed right up to the freeway. That's kind of the bigger reason for it. I don't think they really are caring about the cars because they still put guardrails up. Although, is that shit really cheaper than a concrete one is? Ooh, we're taking this a little hot. The scrapyard opens at 6, so they open in 10 minutes, which gives me time to stop outside and unstrap the trailer. I only strap it for the travel. Oh, I should have went. And the guy behind me is going to be pissed. I'm trying to see. I can't see around this damn sign. Fuck it, we're going. We'll get taken out. They put the sign, they put the do not enter sign right there, but it blocks the view when you're right there up to it. All right, dude, let's go. Okay, you're gonna wait for me. Cool. Never assume it's good to turn. Always yield the right of way. Yeah, so here's our conga line of trucks waiting to get into the scrapyard. So we're gonna join up with these guys. They open the gates at 6, promptly at 6. So, yep. Alright. It's nice and warm in here. Let me grab my phone holder. We'll get out and take the 2 straps off while we're waiting. And I'll see what the chat says. Americas, yes. So America, it's sunny here. Where are you at? That's sunny. I mean, it's not sunny yet just because of the time of the morning. Yes, I'm in Cali. The name should kind of deal with that. Let's see, must be, or Alaska. Super sunny here, East Coast. Well, yeah, the East Coast of this side of the world. It's already, let's see, what, 5, 6, 7. It's already almost 9 a.m. So that, yeah, I would assume it to be sunny. If it's not, you got issues. Holy hell, tweaker Batman, what the fuck we got going on here? Jesus, look at that. I don't think that drives. I'd be surprised if it does. Alright, I got 2 straps. I'm just going to yank them off, throw them in the back of the truck. I'll deal with tying them up later. I know there's a million different ways to tie up the excess on straps. I went the lazy way and just did the old knot. It didn't come off. If you're not traveling 90 miles an hour, you usually don't have to worry about it. Let's see. I need to fix that. I need to fix that license plate light one of these days. I put those on, but they always get broken off when I dump, so I need to just probably go back to the original one. We're stuck on something. Yes, we are. Joys of the catwalk. Move my beard out of the way. Where are we stuck on? We're stuck on that. Okay. Trucks aren't moving yet. They don't open the gates till 6. I mean, they're pretty prompt about it, though. They're also prompt about closing the gates at 4. If you're not in that thing by like 3:59, you're not getting in. They work on a schedule, I'm sure. I don't presume anything's going to be falling out of this thing between here and the dump site, so we'll be okay. I honestly really do hate using the tarp. I didn't feel it was going to be needed though this time, so that's more the reason why I didn't do it. Alright, I'm going to throw these in here, not catch my leg. I keep trying to move my beard out of the way, and I have to keep that in mind when I'm dumping. I don't have a good place to put my phone back here when I do this dump, so yeah. I used to have magnets here, but I don't. So you guys are clipped to my jacket. All right. 6:55, so we got 5 minutes. Anybody want to chat? Let's see, super sunny East Coast. That was the last one. Going back through, just looking at other messages. Yeah, somebody commented like the first comment, but they already got auto blocked by YouTube because their comment was "Toadie's nuts." No, go tow your own nuts. I love trolls. They actually help out with the algorithm. Even though they comment crap that shows engagement. So I'm gonna go have me a smoke for the next 5 minutes while we sit here and stare at semi-trucks. But I don't smoke in my truck, so I vape, but I left that at the yard because I accidentally hit the button in my pocket and it about burned my pocket, so it's alright. I'll have a cigarette, have my morning smoke, wake up, go from there. Dude, check this shit out. It looks worse the more and more I look. Lock my doors. We've got like a trailer, another trailer, a car, bicycles, lots of bicycles. Got another bicycle, a battery, a whole bunch of shit, and the dude's like in between that car and that trailer that's like loaded down to the gills. I mean, I'm sure he's living in it, but if you're looking for your stolen shit, it's probably in his rig. Copper, bicycles, the joys. But yeah, that's a tweaker. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not even like scrap, it's just a whole bunch of crap. Oh, my alarm's going off. It's 6 o'clock. So then we should be moving. There's probably already a truck at the gate. Let me see, do I have the card? Turn on my light so I can see. They give me a fast card. It's kind of like a fast pass in a sense, but I don't know. I think it's in my wallet. I usually don't put it in my wallet. I have an account, so it just gets me in and out faster. They don't have to write up the vehicle ticket. Yeah, I got the card. Another reason I'm coming is I have another ticket that needs to get cashed in. And they're good for 90 days. So, that's, we should be moving. Any minute now. Any minute now. We're gonna be like the first round of people in this place, which is nice. Should be relatively clean. Being the first round of people in. Welcome to SA Recycling, SA. What's up, SA? I want to see if I've got a better spot on my shirt to put the phone, but I don't. Well, I'm gonna have to watch the beard. It's gonna probably get in the way, but we'll see. Okay, we're moving. Run and drive, run and drive, run and drive. You know what? Let's do this. Let's drop my zipper down a little bit. I can put you guys lower. It's nice and toasty and warm. It's a nice, what is it? I don't know, it says 66 degrees. I mean, it doesn't feel that cold outside. I mean, it's cold, but it doesn't feel that cold. And we're moving. I used to work and dance. I mean, you've got to have hobbies. Life can't all be just about work. I mean, technically the scrap thing is a hobby. I don't have to do it, but it's a hobby that pays me, so why not? You know, I don't know, I guess I work on projects. I find stuff to do, projects to keep me busy when I'm not working. So I guess technically I'm always working. I mean, then again, YouTube's a hobby. You guys have no idea how much time it takes to edit a freaking video. Somebody told me I needed to do 4K one time. And an HD. My editing software, I guess, whatever update I had or whatever, it went to doing standard. So I figured out what was wrong there and fixed it to do HD. But I tried 4K. Oh my God. I forgot the reason why I don't do it. And the reason is it's atrociously time consuming. Just to get 4K video from a GoPro over to my computer, and I'm running a gaming computer, so it's got a high-end graphics card in there. You know, it's pretty good for normal 1080 videos. And to be honest, I don't think we see that big of a difference between 1080 and 4K. I mean, our eyes can only see so much. But it took a whole day just to transfer the files off the memory card from the GoPro to the computer. That's just transferring it. Oh, no. Sorry, I'll take that back. Let me correct myself. It took a couple hours, I think like 2 hours to transfer the videos from the card. Granted, I had a lot of videos. It took a full day to convert most of the videos over so that they can be imported into the editing software to be edited. And then it took a long time to save each one. And then uploading, yeah, it took like 2 days to upload 10 videos. So it was massively time consuming, and I do this on my off time, so I don't have a lot of time to spend. You know, I know a lot of people like the crash videos. I do so much more than just what you guys see. It's just, I find it boring, so I don't video it. I mean, once in a while I'll video something, but how many people... Two hours of bedtime? No, it wasn't. I got a lot more bedtime than that. Freaking watch. I mean, how many people want to see a boring breakdown video where I just show up, load up the car, and go? Like, nothing, you know, to be really interesting about it other than the car broke down. You know, I try not to put customers, or at least those kind of calls, I don't want to video the customers. I just feel weird about it. The crashes, it is what it is. The video is kind of following me. If you're in it, you're in it. But yeah, it just, I don't know, I find them boring, and I figure you guys would find them boring too. You know, I posted some where I towed a bunch of cars here to the scrap. I think there might even be one video left up there where I put 3 cars onto a 2-car. I had to get creative with that one. We had like 30 cars to get rid of, and we had to bring them all here. They were paying us the best, and they were paying us extra to tow them in. So we're like, okay, we'll do it. And so we did. We had like 30 cars, and it took us like 2 weeks to get them all here. We're doing like 2 or 3 runs a day. It takes time because you got to do all the paperwork too. But that became mundane too in the end. Like, I videoed a bunch of it. A lot of it was 2 cars. You go back through my video history, or if you go to the light duty playlist I got, some of the earlier videos are scrap stuff, towing cars to scrap, stuff like that. I try to keep that playlist in order from the first all the way to the current. And then obviously with settings you can probably shuffle it around. I don't know. Back to thinking about hobbies though. You like to work and dance. unless you're joking, but, or unless you're being sarcastic, but, you know, take the comment what it is at face value. You know, I don't find anything wrong with that. Like I said, you gotta have hobbies. You gotta have something to keep you occupied and your mind occupied and your body going when you're not at work. You can't just sit on your butt all the time. I mean, you can, but eventually you can. I mean, I could lay in bed for a day or two. I have a really comfy bed. But eventually I go stir crazy too. I think somebody that came from the other side that messed up the line. We're getting there, but it's taking time. Oh shit, I got a truck behind me. Oh, it's okay, they can get around, or they can get through. Oh, my next alarm, 6:10 a.m. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's probably one of the trucks coming in to haul out, because they have both. I don't know. Looks like he's got a bunch of shit on top. Can't quite tell. Yeah, so we're coming in to dump, but they also have empty trucks that come in to load up the fucking high beam me. My high beams aren't on, dude. Sorry. My ass is on the ground. Well, not on the ground, but my ass is sagged out. So my headlights are aimed a little high right now. I apologize to everybody I've probably blinded. Have a little understanding. I'm not going to re-aim my headlights just because I put a trailer on the back of my truck, because then they're going to go back to normal once we dump. Then they'll be aimed too low. No, that's something though. Auto aiming headlights. I don't know why they haven't come out with that. Be an interesting piece of tech. They came out with LED, HID LED. That's been around for a long time. I think Mercedes still uses HID. I've even seen some new ones that they've got HID ballasts. Yeah, we're just in the conga line, waiting to get in. Not sure why it's taking so long. Maybe they got one scale open right now. That could be it too. You know, beginning of the day, only got one scale. This person's just driving with the high beam lights on, but I don't know. It's just a damn golf cart. Yeah, it's more likely that's what it is. They just got one scale going right now. That's why it's taking so long. I would think they have at least two scales going, but I guess not. So the empty trucks, they'll come in and they'll go off to the left inside the building, and what they do is they load up the shredded material, and then all this stuff gets hauled to the Port of Long Beach, where they put it on a ship, send it somewhere to another country that doesn't care about pollution, and melt the crap out of it. You know, that's half the reason we don't have as much processing here in the States. We do, but we don't, because EPA and emissions and all this stuff, we don't want to pollute. But yet we still want all this stuff, so let's just send it to somebody else's backyard. Like, we're solving global warming. No, we're not. Global warming's gonna happen regardless. It's a cycle. It happens all the time. He's gonna have me wait. Let this guy in. Maybe we are running 3 scales. Number 2. Got it. He's just gonna shuffle people around so that he can keep the line moving. That's his job. It's just to keep people in and out. I like 3 because 3 sits lower to the ground, but that's okay. I'll do 2. So with that trailer on the back, man, these lights are actually aiming kind of high. Sure, I'm pissing everyone off. I gotta cut the heater off for a minute. It's getting too toasty in here. So over there on the inside is where they do a lot of the processing. You know, the stuff goes through the big shredder outside, but then it goes up a bunch of belts and gets sorted out because it's not all steel. They use a lot of different sorting methods to ensure that they separate this stuff based on material type. You know, because if they can pull out all the non-ferrous from the ferrous, then they can get a better dollar for it. You know, if they separate like aluminum and copper and whatever else from the steel, you know, that stuff's worth more money. So they do, and they've got different piles where they keep all this stuff and send it out in different packages, I guess, in a sense, or different truckloads. Same thing with like steel. There's, you know, iron ore, and then there's like Inconels and stuff like that. There's more than one type of steel. I used to work in this factory that made fasteners or bolts for airplanes. I remember a lot of the stuff that we processed was for like Honeywell and Boeing. Don't think Airbus was that big back then. This was like the early 2000s. But I remember learning a lot about different grades of material. A lot of the stuff that we worked with there was titanium. And the reason I think, you know, the obvious reason a lot of places want to use titanium is because titanium is strong, can be strong like steel, depending on how it's heat treated, but it's lightweight. And that's the big thing. I mean, you're gonna put a bunch of fasteners on an aircraft. You want them to be kind of light. You're trying not to weigh the thing down. Now Honeywell, like a lot of the Honeywell stuff was like helicopters. I'm assuming. I mean, I know Honeywell makes a lot of helicopters. Boeing obviously makes airplanes, 737, 747, stuff like that. Well, it was interesting to work in a factory that actually made parts for that whole industry. Now, the only reason I don't work there anymore is because the pay sucked. They minimum wage, in a sense. You would think working in a factory that supported the aerospace industry would pay good. No, the companies make great money, but obviously they don't want to give all that to the employees. You know, they've got to be greedy too. So I'm usually about 10,000 pounds, give or take, empty. So we'll see what I weigh in at. Yeah, getting back to that aerospace place, I learned a lot about different types of materials there because we worked with a lot of different types of materials there. We obviously didn't use steel because mild steel, regular steel is just not strong enough for airplanes, but the steels that we did use is like Inconel 286. That's a hard steel. Good chromium content. A lot of stuff was titanium, and then we had a bunch of different grades of Inconels. That was a majority. I don't think I ever saw any aluminum. It was rare. If you ever have any aluminum parts, okay, remember to go slow through the radiation detector. Going too fast could inadvertently set it off. But my trailer's as wide as the lane is, so I've got to watch my wheels as far as where I'm at. So I don't want to be rubbing the rails. And I'm like 3 inches away from them. Alright, 13,840. Ooh, fun times. Top of the morning. So December 23rd, they close at 2 p.m. And they're closed all day, December 24th and 25th. All right, keep the truck straight, keep the truck straight. I'm trying to kill a trailer wheel. Actually doing pretty good this time, shit. Usually I rub the damn rail once or twice. I'm a dump trailer, I'm a dumper. We'll go around this way with this guy. Copy. It's telling me to wait. I'm just gonna hold on to the ticket for right now. Oh, water truck's gonna come through. They upgraded. It's got remote control things now. Remote control water spray. Looks like they got a new water truck. I can't see nothing though. Or a new water truck, I should say. Yeah, they haven't fired up the shredder yet. It's too early. They're going to stockpile first. I mean, that makes sense. Once they got enough material to feed it and keep it consistent, because it takes a lot of power to start that thing up. Those shredders, they don't usually fire up until they've got a good couple hours worth of material to feed through them. To fire up that big motor and that big flywheel that's on that thing, it probably takes a lot of energy. There's a whole lot of stuff to that, not cost analysis and shit. These guys are getting watered. This cuts the dust down. There's a dozer. See, he's got rotating lights on top. Those are actually probably better in here. It's just because it's an up and down pulse, so it helps with not killing your eyes, but also kind of punches a little more. Because as it spins, it gets brighter and then dimmer. Hey, FSP, good morning. Be safe out there, buddy. Be safe. I don't envy you guys at all. You guys drop dollies way too much. Sometimes I watch you guys doing it and I'm like, why don't you just call for a flatbed for rotation? I mean, I get it. Your job's to keep the road clear. I know. Yeah. Well, with that aside, just be safe. We know how people are on the freeway. They suck. They don't move over. They don't do nothing. Right? Tire changes and toe offs. Oh, and out of gas. I should go break down the freeway so you can come bring me a gallon of gas. I'm just messing with you. Right? Be safe. You too, buddy. Be safe. So the FSP system, those guys work directly, I mean pretty much directly with CHP. A lot more than I do on the rotation side of it. They've got a lot more monitoring and stuff and whatnot, so they've got to be on their toes and mind their P's and Q's a whole lot more. And there's a bunch of rules to it too. I've had a couple of guys that used to do FSP work for us and then go back to it. Because it's split shifts, 4 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon. I mean, supposedly you guys get paid well, so that's a plus. Split shifts are kind of rough, but then again, I mean, you get used to everything. Waiting for this guy to tell me where he wants me to go. He's got me waiting, but they've got the loader in the way too. So just to the left of the frame, the guy's kind of out of frame, but I've got the traffic director right here next to the stop sign. He will tell me where to go. He's told me to wait so far, so. Downside of it is we're blocking the entrance now because it's backing up behind me. It's about 6:30 right now. You know, the guys that get paid even more are the express lanes guys. I had one of those guys work for us. They get paid pretty well too. A lot of them, they've got a lot of trucks like the FSP has, but they actually run a bunch of flatbeds too. Yeah, the 91 Express Lanes has their own fleet of tow. Where do you want me to go? Morning. Right there next to the washers or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. see, we're starting a stockpile today. He just wants me to get in line. Water heater, don't hit the water heater. I got one behind me too. Take you guys with me. Phone's getting kind of hot. Hopefully this thing goes quickly. Oh, need my hard hat. Shit. Or I get yelled at. There we go. Alright, you're gonna open the doors. Need an air compressor? Yep, Harbor Freight. That's why it's here. Actually, shit, looks like we have a whole bunch of stuff from Harbor Freight. I guess the recheck bin? The return bin? Should have watched myself when that goes. Try to make sure nothing's under the trailer. These light boxes will hit it. My license plate would too, but I put a heavy piece of steel there now. Alright. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to stand back. Those are all empty containers. EPA says we're allowed to scrap them for the county people. I am not going to stand in the way of that. It'll go on its own. Just watching it. As high as I can let it go. It's pretty high for right now. Yeah. And we'll drive forward. Alright. Go forward and see what comes out. Go take a look. It'll all come out. Looks like it. Sweet. Good chunk of number one in there. They're empty. The county people say we can throw them away as long as they're empty or scrap them. See what you gave me. Some number one. Wheel. Yeah, that's E-grade, but that's number one. Number one. We never separate them. You guys grade them. Right. Yeah, being cheap, he gave me 20%. Separate them. I don't got time to separate this shit. Well, I got a room to separate it either. Alright. Wait for that to come down. pay me, they're gonna cheapen out on the number one, then I'm gonna start throwing more crap in there to get that weight up. Wait for this to come down, close the gates. Oh, phone move. Alrighty, close that. You guys probably knew. I don't know. Wipe this off, make sure I wipe off the top of the lights. Don't want anything flying into somebody's stuff. Trying to be conscious about not, sending shit to people's windshields. I didn't even have to sweep it this time. It did pretty well on its own. Just wipe that light off. Alright. Alright, let's go cash out. Chintzy. Right, well, we've dumped. Let's get out of here. Cut my lights off. Make sure I don't hit a freaking water heater. That would suck. Oh, the mud bath. Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan of this. I'm gonna go nice and slow through this. I mean, you want me to separate all the number one? I will separate all the number one. Never separate number one, they always grade it. Thing is he graded low. There is probably 30-40% in there, but I'm not gonna argue with him. I'll get it back. Well, too early for the choo-choo. No choo-choo right now. Pretty sure it's too early for the choo-choo. Yeah. Oh. I'm going slow because I don't want all this water all over my damn truck. This is nasty water. Leachate. Actually, it's reclaimed, so it probably is leachate. Stuff's bad for you. Alright, we get our way to the outbound scale, and then we just have to drive back. I haven't really got nastily cut off or flipped off yet today. So I guess we'll keep going live until I get back. Still waiting for that middle finger. I get at least one a day when I'm driving the truck. I wonder, did they fix the freaking whatchamacall? I like the lower scale anyways, but they fixed the air tube. You want to see a truck that probably isn't up to snuff for DOT regulations or whatnot, just come here and look at half these dump trucks. I see them all the time when I'm looking, and I'm like, there's defects and shit that would get, well, maybe not get it put out of service, but definitely get a ticket, knowing how the DOT and, you know, the CHP, the The commercial enforcement guys, I should say. I say DOT, but it's not really DOT. Dude, are you... He's at the freaking window. Should I back up? No. They got another truck coming now. I'll just let him go. I'll wait for Twinkle Toes there at the window to finish up. Oh, he's moving now. Well, if he's out the window, I'm guessing the air tube doesn't work. The thing hasn't worked in a while. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's not working. I knew somebody that used to... Oh, wait, we gotta wait until he's off the scale. So, you wait 5 seconds, scale to 0 out, and then the light turns green. You still give it a couple of seconds. I don't care about setting off these radiation alarms. They ain't gonna bother me. I'm gonna pull up though, almost to the end, just to make sure. All right, I'll grab my clipboard and my keys. And they're busy enough, so I'll have to pull off the scale to cash out. Let me just put you guys back in my... right here. They don't know I'm live streaming. Yep, tube is not working. Well, at least they finally put a sign up. 200 got scrapped. You can have them bring you bins and just load the shit up and then they'll pick it up. But they charge like $800 for that. Top of the morning, sweetness.
Hi, morning. How you been?
Another day in paradise. They switched me to days. I start at 8 a.m. so freaking I gotta come early now.
They sent you shift?
Yeah, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 now. So I don't got no time to come during the day anymore. And I'm not gonna come Saturday. Go home. I got other shit to do. Not even really a full load. It's just the end of the year, trying to close out my year in a sense. Hey, the guy that graded me was kind of new out there.
Yeah, he usually needs something else.
Yeah, because freaking he initially graded it all. He graded them like there's number 1 in there, and then he graded me. He's like, "Well, separate it." I'm like, "I never separate this shit. That's why you guys grade it."
Yeah. Yeah.
And he gave me 20%. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Yeah, he's usually like in another area, but when somebody's missing whatever they...
Well, I mean, it's a ass crack at dawn too. You guys just open, so I'm sure, you know, you just fill in the voids.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Merry Christmas. All right. How much did I make? $190. Holy shit! It really went down. Number 1 is $160 a ton. E grade is $150. What was it last time? Like $170, $180? Yeah. Oh, let's hope the new year brings better prices. The new administration. I don't like to talk politics on the channel. That's why I'm just referring to it as the new administration. Because yeah, that opens a can of worms. You know, because it's obvious you're gonna have people that either like the current choice or don't like the current choice. But it starts a lot of drama. I'm just giving it a toot as I back up. I'm trying not to take out a bin. Also trying to park not in the way. So I'm just gonna back up over here by these roll-offs. block them in a little bit. All right, shut the truck down. Let's go get our money. That's the other reason I'm here is I need to cash out. These tickets are good for 90 days, and I've got one that's like needs to be cashed by the end of December. October, November, December. Yeah. We shall see. Cashier lady. Oh, you got blinds now. Aren't you special? Let's see. Signed. There we go. 23rd, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. The 24th, 25th closed. 28th, 6 to 12. 12:31, 6 to 12. 125 closed. 1 closed. 1 closed, 6 to 12. Just so I'm not standing here like an idiot, are you not open yet?
No.
7. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. So we gotta wait till 7. Well, guess we're gonna have to wait. They should put our hours up. Bureau of Automotive and Repair regulate this place, really? Well, I mean, I guess. But it's not even in English. Okay, well, I guess we'll wait. I got 190 flat. Well, they're starting to round it now because they're not giving out change anymore. And 255. Like $400 something I'm gonna get my money on. So we're gonna wait. 7 is, well, a little more than 10 minutes away. Yay! Yeah, so I'm not standing there looking like an idiot, and I'm standing there looking like an idiot. That's okay. There are times where I might very well be an idiot. But, you know, we will cross that bridge when we cross that bridge. So let me get to chat, see what we got. We got any new messages? Oh, not saying nothing. Yep. Well, I mean, we got time to kill. I guess we'll stand out in the open and not look like we're spying. What do we got watching? So for those of you guys tuning in, we're at the scrapyard, SA Recycling in Anaheim. Just dropped a load of scrap. In fact, what was the weight? Let's see, we tarred out, so... tar weight 1.25. Okay, so I weighed in at 13,680 and I weighed out at 10,880. So it was a total of 2,800 pounds they're netting. And they pay gross tonnage. Or, I'm sorry, metric, or, what do they call it? Gross ton or metric ton? They pay out imperial ton, so 2,200 something pounds, 256, something like that. You guys can look it up. I think they do that to account for any trash. That way they get a little more bang for their buck. And they have that posted at the entrance, so there's that. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh. We got a Union Pacific choo-choo. A little rarity to see here. There's a coaster and a metro. Oh no. There's some Amtrak. There's some old Amtrak fleet. Yeah, this is where they came to be scrapped out. Yeah, I see some old Amtrak Dash 8s. I think they're Dash 8s. Union Pacific, I wonder what that locomotive is. The UP does the comfort cab and all their shit. So, but yeah. That one looks a little older. We got, what's the number on it? 2335. So somebody's a train buff. UP 2335. I can't see the numbers on the Amtraks over there. I wonder if I can zoom in. Yeah, we can. Oh, those are F40s. Zoom you guys back out. We got a like an old Santa Fe there too in front of the Amtrak. They're here to be scrapped. This is the final destination spot. They'll cut them up, they'll scrap them out. That whole side of this place is I think maybe part of Progress Rail. I don't know. I mean, it's part of the scrap industry. SA has locomotives that are, obviously repurposed from what they're using. I see an old coaster. I think that's 59. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I'm curious what. Oh, the walk over there. Time is it? 6:54. Usually on the side of the cab, it'll say what they are. I'm just not that close to be able to see it. Usually they got it on the side of the engine, what kind of engine it is. I'm curious, that's for sure. Bunch of old crane crap. A sweeper, they rarely ever use. So they do rent these out. You can fill them up with scrap and they'll bring them in and pay you for the scrap. But I think one time I talked to them about it, I think it was like $700-800 to rent it. So it's like not really worth it. Not for all the auto parts scrap. And because this is probably maybe a quarter or a third of this. So you do the math. I mean, I'm getting $200 basically a load on this thing. I fill that thing up full, it's probably get $200. These things have been beat to absolute dog shit. It's scrapped. I mean, they're not going to have pristine, pretty containers. Not for scrap. This thing's got a few holes in it. You put metal and shit, forklifts and stuff like that, it's going to eventually poke through and mess some stuff up. There's some non-ferrous metals. I mean, if you're going to do non-ferrous, like a bunch of aluminum, then maybe one of these guys. Well, I think they still charge the same, but yeah, if you're going to do like aluminum and shit, you know, you're going to make more money. I don't know how much this place pays for this place pays for aluminum. I usually sell my aluminum to the place in the middle. I mean, they got bought by SA, but they run better prices. Ooh, that's rough. I took all the parking spots, or some of them. Here we got this guy with a roll-off. That doesn't look like an SA roll-off though. There. 6:57. Let's go get in line. Yeah, let's go get in line. That way I can hurry up and get out of here. Well, I gotta get back and unload this trailer and whatnot. That's the only downside. The cashier doesn't open until 7. Somebody doesn't know how to throw away a def jug. See, that's the problem with those things. Get in line. She is going to wait till 7. Try to come in early, but you still gotta wait.
It is what it is.
No, it is. It is what it is. No, that's life.
I think you're good.
That's good behind you. 5 were open. Let there be light.
Listen. Yeah, it's already daylight. Let's turn it on.
I think it's more for the camera.
Oh, there it is.
They take a picture of you.
Oh, listen.
Yeah. They put a picture with you with the ticket in the system.
What is that to do? Oh, okay.
That's how they combat scrap theft. State requires it. Same thing with driver's license or ID. It all goes with the ticket, so they keep track. They even got photos of your whatever you dropped to go with the ticket.
Oh, is that when they take pictures of it?
When you pull in on the inbound scale, they've got all the cameras overhead.
so
They're already taking pictures.
Okay.
And then sometimes they take them. I mean, they got other cameras out there, but sometimes they take them out there too. But usually they photograph it as you bring it in.
I see them take pictures with their...
Yeah, with the tablets.
Yeah.
They do the same thing too. That goes with the ticket as well.
Okay.
So it's all kept as a file in a sense. Something comes up later.
Track of everything, huh?
Well, state requires it because they don't want people out there stealing shit and then selling it to the scrapyard.
Yeah, they ought to do that with the people that were stealing those
Copper?
Catalytics.
They take them somewhere else.
You know?
They should go somewhere else, yeah. And I got a guy that buys them too.
What are those going for now?
Depends on what they go to. I think the last time, because I usually only call them when I got, 7 or 8, maybe, 5 to 10, something like that. I don't call them for one.
Yeah.
But it depends on the vehicle. I've had some he's given me like $10 for. And
That's it?
like an aftermarket, something you buy from like AutoZone,
Yeah.
those aren't worth shit. They're, you give like $10. If it's OEM, then it depends on what the manufacturer is. Like $200 for a Ford, Mercedes, a couple $100. The Toyota ones, $200-300. Usually the top end's like $200-300.
Yeah.
So the guys that are out there stealing them off Priuses, they're getting like $200 a pop, risking their lives.
Yeah.
And they're not just risking being caught, they're risking somebody coming out with a gun and shooting their ass. It's pissed.
You're fucking with somebody's property there.
You're fucking with somebody's livelihood because that car, they've got that car for obviously a reason to get to and from work, or maybe it is their work. And you're gonna down their car, you're gonna put them out of business. People take messing with their property very seriously sometimes. That's the risk I wouldn't want to take. Not to mention, I've seen a few where the dumbasses have been crushed by the car they're trying to steal from. Karma. It happened, I think, in like Anaheim. One guy was trying to steal it, and the jack fell, and the Prius crushed his ass to death. Hey, his homeboy jumped in the car and took off. I want to sit there. And the
That shit ain't working.
Garden Grove chased one. I guess they crashed through a wall into somebody's backyard. The driver died, and the passenger wound up getting arrested because of the crash. Again, yet again, it ain't worth it, but they're trying to get away.
Yeah.
Trying not to get caught, but the thing is
For a couple $100.
I'm sorry, I stand with a lot of people. If you're out there doing that kind of stupid shit, you deserve an ass whooping. You're stealing people's you're stealing people's shit that they worked hard to get. You deserve a beating.
Yeah.
Then the cops.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some places where they've nobody's called the cops.
Yeah.
And imagine in the South somewhere, you freaking bury a body or
They
feed
find
them.
them,
Oh, you feed them to pigs. You're in an area that's prevalent with like warthogs.
Yeah.
You know, Louisiana, and there's some other states that prevalent with wild boar and stuff. You know, those things will eat anything. You put a body out there, that's caviar. Yeah, pigs are a great way to get rid of a body. They'll eat everything. But yeah, no, there's places I'm sure you wouldn't want to be caught dead doing stupid shit. But it's greed, all for the money, quick buck. I mean, it's not a quick buck. You got to put effort into it too.
Yeah.
Still
not worth it, man.
Still not worth it.
Yeah.
No. You know, yeah, they changed it. 'Cause the last time I called my guy, he had to fill out a whole manifest. So he had to go through what car everything came from. I mean, there's still no way to trace them unless you like put the VIN number of the vehicle onto it, and even then they can just grind the shit off. Again, you know, I think they were trying to pass some law from the manufacturer to stamp the VIN number on them, but yet again,
it can be.
you're gonna find a bunch that are missing a piece of metal on the side.
Yeah.
Some states made it illegal to be in possession of them. It's like the only step.
But they still try.
Ah, come on now. No criminal is sitting there trying to follow the laws. Got these guys going out and doing all this fucking shoplifting shit.
Check.
Well, a lot of places are cracking down on it now.
They're supposed to crack down. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Newsom got egg thrown in his face because he walked into a store and he's like, why is all this shit locked up? He's like, well, because the governor's laws are preventing us from being able to prosecute him. He's like, no, they're not. And he's like, yeah, they are.
Well, they had signs up. I saw in Frisco that said,
anything under $900, we're not even going to prosecute.
Yeah. I'm like, what the? Now you're just inviting them.
Well, the stores weren't putting it up. It was people putting them up.
No, it was on the street.
Yeah, they were putting it up on the street on the poles.
I was like, what the?
Yeah, because it's a misdemeanor, and misdemeanors clog up the system for a fine and 10 days of jail time.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the medieval way. Start cutting people's fingers off.
Yeah. That's just. Yeah, really.
That'll stop them.
Yeah. You only get one chance, huh?
You get 10, but people know who you are when you're missing a finger.
Yeah.
Good morning. One more for you. Thank you. Have a good day. Merry Christmas. Well, all right. That's what we're walking away with. $445. That's it for the year. This year's been a rough one. Scrap has not made me a lot of money. It's not a get-rich-quick game. It's just a side hustle, something to make a few extra bucks. That's why I do it. Well, we gotta count it, make sure the account's not wrong. Alright, we got 445. Yeah, that's like 5,000-6,000 pounds worth of scrap. For 400 bucks. I mean, hey, look, I can't necessarily complain. It's free money. It's money I wouldn't have had. So, there's that. But, yeah, it would be nice if the prices came back up. I will cry and bitch and moan all day long about that because I remember the days of coming here at $300 a ton. Woo, those were good days. That paid for that trailer when I first started doing this. That's why I try to go slow through that water. Look how much crap just gets kicked up on the side of my truck. Yeah, because that water is not clean. They recycle water here. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna drive back. Drive back down the 91. It is 7:11 a.m. So let's go see how much traffic we're gonna sit in now. Trailer is connected. Yes, it is. I can drop my brake pressure down though. I'm trying to get out of your way, my man. I can't get out of your way too much because there's a freaking box truck in my way. Alright. Brake pressure drop down. Or brake gain, I should say, not pressure. But the brake gain for the trailer I dropped down. So another steering wheel holder here. Astro parked. I'm gonna try to get around him. Try not to hit this other truck that's coming in. Got containers. As much as the phone's shaking, so is the truck. A tow truck that probably shouldn't be on the road. Run! 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 Let's see, is that tweaker still there? Or did he actually manage to get that shit running and move it? Yeah, no, he's still there. I don't even know what he's doing because he's not scrapping all that shit. Now this dude's sitting here trying to cut stuff. Jesus Christ, look at all that crap. Woo! Maybe he's living in the van if it's not filled up full of shit. Drugs. That's the problem, drugs. But it makes people too much money. That's why they'll never end it. Makes the government too much money. Think about all the celestial money that they get from the seizures and all that shit. It's a big business for them too. You think they destroy the drugs? You think they destroy the money? Fuck no. I don't even honestly think they destroy all the drugs, to be honest. I think they cut some of it back to the street and become dealers themselves. You gonna stop? I hope you are. I'm gonna go. The only downside of getting on the freeway here is the interchange that comes up. Yeah, we get to wait. Yeah, it's sunny now. Oh shit. Fucking A. I did leave them. Dropped my sunglasses on the inbound scale. I'm pretty sure I forgot to pick them up. Oh well. $8. Yeah, they were roughed up anyway, so I'm not gonna miss them. I got more pairs. Best damn sunglasses I could buy. To be honest, they're dark. I like them the way they are, and they're safety rated. $8 roughly $7 to $8 a pair. I buy them on Amazon in I think a 10-pack. So when they get all scraped up, scratched up, messed up, I just toss them at that point, or get another pair. Well, you're either going to speed up and pass me, which you're not, so you're going to let me in. And now I'm going to start changing lanes to get over because I don't want to be in the freaking interchange. Oh shit, we got brake lights, I'm changing lanes, Oh, I get away from the right lane because this is the interchange for the 57, but the southbound comes on at the right. Southbound and the northbound, actually. Yeah, think about it. Oh, wait. Technically, I can't go into that number 3 lane. Sometimes I do, but there's only 3 lanes right now for the 91, not counting that HOV. Let's see if we see any FSP trucks out here. I think it's early. A lot of areas are like 8 to 12, I think, or something like that, or 7 to 11. But that does change depending on the area. That's going to be an interesting one to see what happens when they really mandate this electric truck thing, and we don't have an electric truck option for the towing industry. It just isn't anything available to meet the type of job the trucks are going to do. I mean, they've got electric trucks, but the problem is there's nothing available to actually be able to function as a tow truck. So there's not an option there. The industry needs to, they're going to force the electrics, the industry is going to have to kick in. I mean, I know they got hybrids, but we don't have anything full electric that can just meet the demand of an everyday tow truck. Just keep in mind, we got PTOs and stuff. Those are going to have to be ran by electric. I mean, look, they did the electric fire truck, but technically that's a hybrid too, because it has a diesel backup generator. And same thing goes for like the pumping and stuff, because they ran into the same thing. But see, look at that though. They go to a fire with that hybrid fire truck that LA's got. They still send a bunch of other apparatus that are diesel. So it's not there by its lonesome. I mean, it's a shiny toy. It's a concept. But is it actually going to take off? I don't know. I mean, it's custom. It's purpose built, that's for sure. But that's the thing. Again, we don't have anything purpose built for the towing industry. Your electric stuff breaks down. It's still hauled by a diesel. You know, the other problem is the longevity. Like, we can't have trucks that can only get 150 miles on a charge and they're going to be down for 8 to 12 hours to recharge. The towing industry doesn't work. We put a lot of miles every day on trucks just doing the job normally. So that was the first problem with it, was the range. Now, the battery technology is starting to pick up, but I mean, a lot of issues with battery fires. Now, luckily, we haven't had to deal with them, and I don't think regular rotation gets called out for battery fires either. I think they might be using specifically certain companies to be able to handle that, because you got to be, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You got to be hazmat certified for that or not. I know the warnings on it are to store electric vehicles 50 feet away from stuff that have been involved in a collision. The problem with tow yards is there's never that much room to be able to do that. Like, I put one in the middle of the yard one time, maybe 20, 30 feet away from other cars in case. But, yeah, that doesn't happen all the time. See, they've got some new technology for dealing with, like, the Tesla fires. You know, the electric car fires, I'm not going to say just Tesla, because Tesla's not the only one making electric cars now. they're the most popular one, or at least the one with the most cars out there. So hence a lot of the battery fires are Tesla. But that's just because population. I mean, I don't know, risk versus reward kind of thing here. I mean, you charge up an electric car, you're plugging it in for electricity at home. Yeah, your car's not polluting, but where's that electricity coming from? We are in California. The vast majority of our electricity comes from natural gas-fired power plants. There's emissions with that. And the reason why is because we've done everything we can to cancel nuclear here, but we screwed up enough that the state literally begged the last remaining nuclear power plant to keep the last remaining nuclear reactor in operation. PG&E operates a plant in Northern California that was a 2-reactor facility. I believe it was a 2-reactor facility. I could be wrong. I had to look that up, but I believe it's Palo Verde or Diablo Canyon. I don't know. I forget. I had to look it up. But yeah, we have one remaining nuclear plant in Northern California that's operating 1 reactor. They shut down the other one in 2019, set for decommissioning, and they were gonna shut down the other one in 21 or 22, something like that. And the state turned around and begged them to keep it up and said, here's a new operating license for you. We'll extend it. Because they realized that when they closed San Onofre, that we had a transition. All the gas plants that we've got, those are peak facilities. They weren't meant to be operating 24/7. They weren't initially built for that. They were only built for peak operation when demand was high. We were getting, as much as they say only 10% quote unquote of power came from nuclear, nah. If you think about it, we're hurting that bad with a shutdown of 1 nuclear plant. It's not 10%. They lied to you. We have a larger number that's coming from nuclear than they want you to believe, because they want you to buy into wind and solar. Problem with wind and solar is that it doesn't make enough power to sustain. Okay, dude, I'm coming over. Yep, here I come. Turn the blinker on, they hang back towards the rear of my bumper, but they don't want to back off anymore, but they don't want to pass either. So, yeah, well, I'm not taking Beach, I'm going to take Magnolia back. I'm going to take the same street. Sometimes I just don't like dealing with the interchange. And we can take Beach and, whoa! Okay, well, getting cut off by a Camry now. I don't know how it shows on the camera, but that dude was like, I don't know, 10 feet from my front end, half a car length. Yeah. Yeah, I'll back off. It's about a car length to this guy. That's the norm. People usually change lanes. They got like half a car length to car length to do it. It's about 7:30. Still got a half an hour before I got to start my shift. So I got time. Probably be close to 8 o'clock by the time I pull in. If I stay behind this access bus, it's going to take longer. They say that OC is not government, but only government gets exempt plates. It is government. It's government funded. It's a government funded private corporation. You do the thought logic on that. Oh yeah. Who hurt you? Award-winning attorneys. Man, everyone's an ambulance chaser now, huh? See, I should have been a lawyer. I should have went to law school. I should have became a lawyer. Jesus, look how much money these guys are making just on freaking insurance settlements. They bank. Our old manager, used to be the manager at our place, quit and went to go be a claims handler for an insurance company. Not a paralegal, claims handler. Basically, you know, a marketer in a sense. Go gets the business and brings the clients in. Freaking making good money now. Well, yeah, he is. I could even go do that. Not gonna make the same as the lawyers, the law firms, but oh yeah, there's money to be made. I'm gonna talk about making 6 figures. Easy if you're a lawyer. Hi, F-150. You turned a little on the wide side. Yeah. But what was I talking about? Oh, power consumption. See, I got off track. That happens a lot. One track, you know, multi-track mind. Squirrel! Anybody gets that joke? Squirrel. Yeah, so we shut down San Onofre nuclear plant, put everything onto the other one, turned the gas peaking facilities into full-time facilities. We don't burn anything else here. We only burn natural gas for power plants. At one point in time they were coal, but they got converted. A lot of them got converted. We get wind and solar, which is a small percentage, even though there's large solar farms. And to be honest, the damage to the environment that those cause, because there's reflective reflective UV rays with the solar farms, and then the wind farms disrupt airflow, so that causes issues too. I mean, nothing's going to be perfect, but the only thing I see other than the waste of it that's fully green is nuclear. And even that, I mean, there's not really impact to the environment. Yeah, there's water discharge that changes, that, you know, has a 1 or 2 degree differential, but that's minuscule in the grand scheme of things. And as far as the used fuel, I mean, it can be repurposed. They're even working on technologies now to repurpose it. It's not good enough to be used in a reactor, but a lot of that stuff is being repurposed into the medical world too. Some of it is. And at the moment, they're just storing it. I mean, it's stuff that came out of the ground. Yeah, it got irradiated, but their whole plan was to put it back into the ground and leave it there and let it decay and break down. You know, but the government's supposed to have a big storage site that they have yet to build. Yucca Mountain, I guess, was supposed to be it, but there was opposition. I mean, but right now, a lot of these plants, they store it on site. You know, and it's not going anywhere. It's not hurting anybody. It's being stored safely. But that's the one option we do have for basically clean energy. Nuclear. I mean, we've advanced in technology since the 1960s, 70s, and 80s when they built all these plants. You know, I can't imagine that we can't come up with a new plant now that is way more efficient and, you know, better suited for the day's task and needs. Okay. Is this Ford Roofing? Elite Roofing Supply? I don't know who the hell they are, but yeah. This truck is not going. Yeah, see, now it's daylight out. Yeah, I think we need to come back. We need to come back with more nuclear. We need to put some plants out there. We want to solve energy, our electricity issues. I mean, what was it, last year, the year before? They begged people, they told people not to charge their electric cars during the summer. The grid was so overloaded with the air conditioners. And now you've got, millions of people with chargers to charge an electric car that's sucking off the grid too now. That they told us to cut power consumption because of that. The president flat out said, don't charge your car. Like, so you want me to buy it, but you're telling me not to charge it. You're ordering me not to charge it because the infrastructure can't handle it. Sounds like you should have thought this out. Should have probably had the infrastructure in place first, but the reality is we don't. And even since that nuclear plant closing and the other plant shutting down to half operation, we're buying a lot of power from nuclear plants in Nevada. Transmission lines, we're buying a lot of power from those states. Hence the prices have gone up too, because we're not producing all of it here anymore. And there's a cost for that. Every time PG&E gets fined for a fire that started because of a line, well, y'all wanted electricity, that's cause and effect. But no line came down, started a wildfire. You built a bunch of houses next to a bunch of area. Yeah, shit happens, but it's almost considered to be a natural disaster of its own. I mean, you can blame it, yeah, but they can blame it on anything. It's just, who knows? Why were lines put there then? Why didn't they put them underground? Because underground is expensive. Well, yeah, it's expensive because you got to put pipe work, you've got a trench, and then a lot of that's mountain area, so not exactly passable. They can't shield the lines. Oh, well. The joys. So what is everyone up to this morning? I'm assuming people are going to work now. Hopefully you're not watching while you're driving. I'm driving, but I'm not exactly watching. I'm streaming. That's a little different. I'm paying attention to the road while you guys are mounted to my dash. Yeah. There's still a Pizza Hut. They rebuilt that Pizza Hut. Building looks nicer. The building used to be the old school, original looking Pizza Hut building. They killed the damn McDonald's in Buena Park, the train McDonald's. If anybody's ever, been to that McDonald's in Buena Park, California, the nostalgia of the trains. They charged about 10% more for the food. That McDonald's was 10% more expensive. But it was kind of worth it because you got to sit down there and enjoy a nice breakfast or a meal, watch the trains, and just kick back and relax. Have great ambiance there, but yeah, they tore it down, they rebuilt it. They turned it into another basic-looking McDonald's, like all the rest of them. Uniformity more than anything else. And, yeah, and they got rid of the trains. So they got rid of the only reason I'd ever go to that McDonald's. That was the reason, but, well. This is what it is, I guess. Let's see. I got time to stop and get a donut? I do. I don't know if I was going to be parking, but stop. Nah, I don't. I got 25 minutes. I still got to back in and get this thing unhooked, so yeah, no. I don't have time. I don't like to be late for work. I always operate on the philosophy, if you're on time, you're late. You're on time if you're early. I'm always at work early. Granted, technically I was there early, 5 o'clock. But, yeah, gotta go back to shift. And that little, this little place up here on the right, on the other side of the street here, has changed businesses so many times. It looks like a closed down tuxedo shop. Windows are boarded up. There used to be a party rental place. It used to be a liquor store. The last 30-something years, 35, 37 years I've remembered, it's been all kinds of places. The building hasn't been torn down, but we got here. And freeway insurance, cheap way insurance. Actually, I may have to do that this year. I may have to go one of these brokers and find a cheaper insurance company to go with, because insurance is getting expensive. I don't know if that's hit anybody else out there, but insurance is crazy expensive. Yeah, it is not cheap anymore. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm looking at old buildings as I'm driving. There used to be a Foster's Freeze here. What a crack hole that was. And I just passed it, but this mechanic shop on the right. Oh, the building's for sale now. That's something. I've never honestly seen this place open. Supposedly other businesses have moved in, but it's never been open. This mechanic on the left, well, there used to be another name mechanic there before, whatever the name is now. But the guy was ripping people off. I found that out when I towed a couple cars in there and towed the same ones back out. Turned out he was not operating correctly, but he didn't stay in business long. I think it was Universal Auto. Something like that. Now it's something else. I don't want to say their name. I mean, it's posted up in public, but I don't know if they have any affiliation. I don't want to give them any bad blood. So, hey, Par West. They're a contractor for Edison. They come in and do all the line change outs and stuff. I don't know why Edison's got a lot of people. I don't know why they don't have in-house people doing it. Liability? Blame them if something goes wrong? I don't know. I've seen a couple of crashes here from people pulling out of this apartment complex and not yielding to traffic. One guy got T-boned really good. He just decided to pull right out. Did not work out well for him. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say this truck in front of me belongs to the city of Garden Grove. I don't see a whole lot of cities that still have old trucks with old E-plates and strobe light bars, but Garden Grove still operates a few of them. I'm able to come up a little bit on the right and see it's got blue stripes down the side. That's for sure Garden Grove. I think even Huntington Beach comes over here because they got a water line that they feed off and they have to service it themselves. Yeah, Garbage Grove is cock blocking. I don't see Garbage Grove on the side of the door, but again, I don't know. Oh, he's gonna turn. Okay. Oh no! Stanton! Well, no wonder it's an old piece of shit truck. It's Stanton. That's why. They can buy brand new trucks for their code enforcement, but they can't change their fleet of old gasser polluting trucks. You know, it's funny how they impose those regulations on us, just regular civilians, but the government gets to leave with an exemption. They can operate. Anybody seen the military? They get their diesel trucks they come deleted from the factory. Like, there's no emission stuff on military vehicles. How is that? You're shoving that stuff down our throats, but you don't have to? Well, I'll be damned. The liquor store that was on the corner over here is gone too. It's all boarded up. It's getting hard to operate anymore now. Economy. Harry's Cafe. Oh, maybe I'll get a breakfast burrito this morning. Harry's makes... If you're ever around here, this place makes good breakfast burritos. They got some good food. When I was in South County, I was looking around for a long time trying to find a place that makes a breakfast burrito that could compare. I'm of the old school days where I used to get the breakfast burritos off the Roach Coach, the lunch truck. $3.25, and that thing was massive. And then they got smaller, and then they got more expensive. But I used to eat those things all the time, and I love getting them, so I look for a place that can make them close to it, and Harry's does a good job about it. So Tesla, and back to the yard we are. I'll park this thing and then figure out what I got for today. I've got an F-250 for sure going to auction, but I need one more to double before we go, so yeah, fun times. Alrighty guys, I've bored you long enough. I'm going to end the live stream. Thanks everybody for watching. I've kept up with the comments as best I can. Please remember to like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because I don't know why, you know, the millions or thousands of people out there that watch don't. But hey, you know, even I've subscribed to some new ones. I can't pronounce the name, but I find myself falling down the rabbit hole watching this transfer station. This guy live streams all the time with it. It's a transfer station for garbage. He's out of Georgia, but yeah, just look up live stream, you know, garbage transfer station, something like that, and it's like an ASMR kind of deal, but you know, it's a good watch when you're trying to fall asleep or something like that. But yep, welcome back to the barbed wire jungle. All right guys, I gotta go get ready to start my day, so thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.